Okay, we are back on site at this theater, and as you can see, there's some serious progress that has been made. So in the previous videos, we talked about how we framed out this enclosure, how we did the studs double layered so that way the front panel wasn't touching the back panel for sound reduction. We've also started to add the foam panels that are inside of here, and then obviously we've got the speaker array in place. So these are the KEF Meta series tower speakers. This is the center channel, and we're actually doing the center channel vertical in this theater. And the reason is for the narrow design of the space. We tested it with some of our audio equipment, and we actually had more even levels with it placed vertically versus horizontally. That worked out great. We had a feeling that that was going to be the case, but we knew that we were going to be tight with the subs. So we have the TruAudio C sub 12 and the C sub 8. Having two different size subwoofers kind of allows you to have that really deep, low rumbly bass as well as the tight, punchy bass. So yeah, it's really looking awesome. It's cool whenever you kind of start to see one of these come together from initial design to it starting to take shape. The next step is the bottom here. This is where the ultra short throw projector is going to be. It's going to be the Hisense PX3 Pro, and it'll be about 16 inches below the screen. The cutout isn't true to size of the screen. The screen will actually only be about 2 inches from each wall, so it'll really fill the void. Ceiling is all painted black now. We'll get some shots of that for you, and next step is finishing the risers and putting up the panels. So it's really coming together.
Okay, so quick break in the video. I had a nice transition that I had recorded on site about talking about the projector, but apparently I didn't hit record. So we're gonna cut to the unboxing and the review of the Hisense PX3 Pro Laser Cinema. Check it out.
Okay, what's up? So we are back on site at this home theater project, and we have something pretty exciting today. We have the projector here. So this is the Hisense PX3 Pro. This is an ultra short throw projector. We've done quite a few ultra short throw projectors. This is the first time that we've done this exact model. So we're just gonna box it together. So what this is this is an ultra short throw projector. As I've mentioned in some of the other videos, we're doing a 110-inch screen on this project. So what I want to do today is fire this up and test it out, see how good the picture is, and then get the exact placement of where, right here, we're building a custom floating shelf that's going to basically run the width of the room that this is going to be recessed into. So I just want to get some of those measurements. There's graphics online that you can reference, but with something like this where it's so critical that placement is perfect, I like to just fire it up and test it out. So first impression is this is a really beautiful piece of equipment. You can see right at the top, that's where the triple laser is, and that will project that image straight up and out. On the back of the device is where you have your HDMI inputs, Ethernet, USB, digital optical, and then, yeah, there's got leveling feet on the bottom, power button, and what else? It does have Harman Kardon audio. So I've heard that out of the box, it actually does sound pretty good. We're, of course, going to make it sound ridiculous, but yeah. So I'm gonna plug it in, get the remote hooked up, and then we'll start getting an image up. This is what we use to figure out how the throw distance is calculated. So you can see here I've got a 110-inch screen, which means that the front of the projector needs to sit 10.4 inches away from the wall, and then B, the distance from the bottom of the projector to the bottom of the screen is 16.6 inches. So I'm just gonna hook it up and verify some of those dimensions. So it is fired up now. You can see that it's projecting Let me pop this off of here. You can see that the device is on the ground and it's projecting onto the wall. If I kill the lights, it immediately starts giving you an idea of just how bright and crisp that image will end up being. Yeah, this is one of those things where video doesn't do it justice. It looks so much more crisp and clear in person. Also, I'm seeing some like gradient movement on the video, but that doesn't translate to the real world. So this is essentially how big the screen will be. This is a 110-inch screen, but it will end up being, you know, right on this wall. So it'll fill this entire wall that we have here. So first impression is I'm very impressed. Yeah, the picture quality, again, I'm just shooting the image onto a plain wall as well. It's not an actual screen. So super impressed with this. Again, it's the Hisense PX3 Pro ultra short throw laser cinema. I think I said it wrong the last time, but it is a really nice piece of equipment for an application like this. So what you see here, this tape line, the top of the tape line is where the projector will be sitting. So you'll have, you know, a shelf that essentially is roughly this big. The projector will be recessed down inside of it, and then it'll shoot that image up to the inside of this tape line that you see around here. So it's gonna be perfect. Okay, so what we are doing here is installing these foam acoustic panels that are going to go around this void. And it's pretty easy to do. All that we're using, let's see if I can line this up a little bit, is these are the panels, and we're just using this spray adhesive. Get a nice layer on. And then I had to trim off just a little bit off of this, just using just a blade. And this can just pop in here. And this adhesive works really quick. Just a little bit of pressure, and it holds. I actually misaligned one and had to peel it off, and it was really hard to get off. So, I mean, once it's up there, it's really up there. And this won't soundproof it, but the goal and the vision is that it'll provide some sound deadening just inside of that cavity where the speakers are going to be sitting. Okay, so this is Rockwool, and it's the Safe and Sound product. It's a really high quality sound absorption type of insulation. So inside this cavity where the in-ceiling speaker is going, we're going to be putting this around the actual speaker itself. The speakers are pretty directional, but still it just adds a little layer of sound transfer. You know, we're just trying to minimize that. Above here is actually the kitchen, and so we just want to keep that to a minimum. So we've got our cables in here, and essentially what we're gonna do is just get this stuffed up inside the cavity And then once it's in here, we'll flex it out so it creates a nice seal on the left and right. And then in the top, we'll get another piece out. And push this against the top of where the floor joist is. And the way we have this placed, you can see now it creates a nice sound capture. These are the speakers that we're using. These are the TruAudio Rev 72s. And as you can see, they do have the directionality built into them. So they're flat on the ceiling, but they actually still have an angle to the actual device. I think we highlighted these in one of the previous videos that we did for this project whenever we were cutting the holes out. So we'll make the connection and then we'll snap it into place. You can't see this here, but I have the red end of the cable going into the speaker. And then now it's up to ensure the angle that we want it to be at. There we go, nice tight fit. And then you have these speaker snaps here that snap over. And that's an in-ceiling speaker installed.
All right, so that is a wrap on this video. So we should only have 2 more videos left in the series. So the next video is going to be going over installing the acoustic panels as well as the custom floating shelf that will house the projector. There's also some cool things that we still have up our sleeves regarding the lighting. As far as the acoustic panels go, we're using this product here. They're from the Wood Veneer Hub and is an acoustic slat panel. So I think it'll really kind of finish off the space and give it that extra custom touch where essentially we've now had our hands on every single surface of this room. So thanks again for sticking with us. Be sure to hit like, subscribe to the channel because we've got a lot more good stuff coming. Thanks.